Hello everyone, welcome back to Current Economy and Investment Insights. We have Paul Munico with Wells Fargo to share with us what happened in the financial world last week. There was lots of stuff going on, unfortunately, but I'll let you report.
Absolutely. We'll recap the week ending on Friday, July 18th. And we did see stocks end the week Friday on a positive note. The Dow rose 123 points to 17,100. S&P 500 finished 20 points higher at 1,978, and the Nasdaq advanced 69 points to 4,432. The major averages rebounded after Thursday's pullback that was attributed to generally positive earnings results and easing geopolitical concerns. Google climbed 4.2% to $605.11 after posting revenues ahead of consensus estimates. Honeywell was 1.7% higher at $96.79, following its positive quarterly results and increased guidance. Schlumberger fell 2% to $112.38 as it offered a more cautious outlook. The other day, stocks retreated after Malaysian Airlines jet was shot down over Ukraine and Israel sent troops into Gaza. Over on the economic front, the preliminary July confidence reading from the University of Michigan showed consumer sentiment unexpectedly fell in a separate release. The index of leading economic indicators did increase 0.3% in June. All 10 sectors in the S&P 500 were up on the session on Friday. Healthcare was the best performing group. Johnson & Johnson's gained 1.4% to 101.80. AbbVie climbed 2.6% to 54.91 after announcing it reached a deal to acquire Shire for $54.8 billion. Breadth was positive on issues by 5-1 on the New York Stock Exchange and 15-4 on the Nasdaq. New York Stock Exchange composite volume totaled 3.1 billion shares. We saw Treasuries decline, with the benchmark 10-year note losing 10/30 seconds to yield 2.48%. After Friday's gains, the major averages finished the week in positive territory. The Dow rose 0.9%, S&P 500 was up 0.5%, and the Nasdaq added 0.4%.
And CNNMoney.com reported this morning that as situations in Ukraine and Gaza continue to sizzle, stocks continue to fizzle. Unfortunately, the Dow is down this morning around 85 points heading into a launch as it was off around 125 points earlier in the day. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq indexes also rebounded slightly, although they are still off 0.45%. The Dow, as of this morning, was a minus 87, Nasdaq a minus 15.75, S&P 500 is an 8.87. Unfortunately, everything is focused towards what's going on in Europe and in the Gaza, along with Ukraine, and it seems like the market has got too much uncertainty, Paul.
Yeah, the geopolitical concerns are definitely concerns for the market. It was nice to see the bounce back on Friday after, of course, Thursday's tragic events. Hopefully we can get the market to focus more on earnings, and it's a big earnings week this week. There's about 150 companies reporting earnings this week alone. There's some big ones in the mix in the S&P 500. So I think if we can get some good earnings out of these companies and good forecasts, we might get a reversal in today's action.
And hopefully by the end of this week, things will be in a very positive note. Oil, I want to mention, is down to $102.20 a barrel. Obviously, the pumps are reflecting some of that, and they're reducing their prices as well. Paul is going to be going into a very interesting topic with Investment Insights. We're going to be talking about if you're going to retire, do you have health insurance? And listen to Paul, what he has to say. Okay, we're back with Investment Insights, and we're going to be talking, as I mentioned before, we're going to be going over some options for the person who may be retired with or retiring without insurance. Paul, where does a person start with this?
Well, it's, another cherished retiree benefit left to the dust heaps of history. We're seeing as healthcare costs continue to increase faster than inflation, many employers are re-evaluating their ability to offer retiree health insurance coverage. In fact, according to human resources consultant AON Hewitt, the number of large employers providing subsidized retiree health benefits declined, believe it or not, from 50% in 2004 to 25% in 2014.
Okay, that's easily said. Now, how do you prepare yourself for making sure that rising health insurance costs don't really affect your retirement plans?
Well, good question. Here's some health insurance ideas for you to think about. The first one, thanks to our current administration, is consider Obamacare. Before the health insurance marketplace mandated by the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare, opened its virtual doors in 2014, the Consolidated Omnibus Reconciliation Act, COBRA, which allows people to keep their job-based plans for 18 months after employment ends, was their only option, albeit an expensive, but it was a temporary one, for guaranteed health coverage. Now, anyone can buy an individual plan through the health insurance marketplace or exchanges, and insurers may not turn applicants away for pre-existing conditions. Depending on your household size and income, you may also qualify for tax credits that can lower your monthly premiums. Since losing health coverage is considered a qualifying life event, you may sign up for insurance through the marketplace outside of the annual enrollment period. You normally have 60 days from the qualifying event to do so. So to learn more about the Affordable Care Act and your insurance options, you might want to visit healthcare.gov.
Well, people are talking about COBRA, and I hear lots of conversations about it. Can you explain what this option is all about?
Yep, that's the second option is COBRA, and COBRA is a federal law that requires most employers to offer former employees group health insurance for 18 months after termination of employment or retirement. Although your insurance coverage may be continued at group rates, your monthly premiums may skyrocket since your employer will no longer subsidize them. In most cases, COBRA coverage is considerably more expensive than purchasing a new plan through the health insurance marketplace. If you elect to continue your group health insurance coverage under COBRA, you should obtain other coverage as soon as possible after COBRA coverage ends. You'll qualify for a special enrollment period for the health insurance marketplace when your COBRA coverage ends. If you decide to end COBRA coverage early, however, remember that your timing counts. Under those circumstances, you'll be allowed to purchase insurance over the marketplace only during the open enrollment period.
Of course, Medicare is an option, but how old do you have to be to qualify, Paul?
In most cases, age 65. So Medicare is the primary health insurance provider for most Americans 65 and older. You should visit your local Social Security office 3 months before your 65th birthday to enroll in Medicare.
All right, and can you share with us the different parts of Medicare?
Absolutely. There's Part A, Medicare Part A, and that helps to cover inpatient care in hospitals. Most people don't have to pay premiums for Medicare Part A. There's Part B, which covers doctor's visits. However, you will have to pay monthly premiums and co-payments. You should enroll in Part B when you enroll in Part A, unless your spouse will work beyond age 65 and you have health insurance from your employer. Otherwise, don't wait on Part B. There is Medicare Part D, and that is the prescription drug coverage. That requires a monthly premium as well, which varies by plan, and a yearly deductible for this coverage. you also have to pay part of the cost of your prescriptions, including copayment or coinsurance. Costs will vary depending on which drug plan you choose.
Paul, I have a friend that's in the insurance business, and I hear she's often talks about and mentions Medigap insurance. Can you tell the viewers what this is all about?
Yes, Medigap policies is it's a policy which you have to purchase, and that pays Medicare deductibles, co-payments, and some out-of-pocket costs associated with Part A and Part B. In most states, there are 11 standardized Medigap policies. Now, these policies are standardized across the insurance industry, which means you can compare the same policy across insurance providers based on premiums. Be sure to sign up for Medigap insurance within 6 months of enrolling in Medicare Part B to help ensure your application is accepted.
Okay, where can people go to get more information on Medicare?
For Medicare more information, you want to go to on the web, medicare.gov, or you can call 1-800-MEDICARE. And that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
All right. This is a very cumbersome topic to cover, lots to remember. Is there anything that you want to add in conclusion to this topic, Paul?
I mean, today's topic obviously is covering health insurance, not something that I do as a Wells Fargo advisors, but I do encounter it when people need to withdraw from their retirement savings to help defer these costs. So something we recommend is talk with your financial advisor to understand how health care and health insurance costs do affect your retirement. And it's essential to putting together a retirement income plan that truly helps meet your needs. You and your financial advisor can help you make informed and realistic decisions about what lies ahead for you.
I know there's Medicare websites and so on, and people may not have caught them. Some phone numbers, and I know that you could help them with that. So we're going to put your phone number at the bottom of the screen. If there's any question, they could forward them to you and,
Sure.
and then go from there. Paul, do you have anything in compliance that you need to share with us?
I do. Insurance products are offered through non-bank insurance agency affiliates of Wells Fargo and Company, and they're underwritten by unaffiliated insurance companies. Our typical disclosures: insurance, investments, and securities and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value. And Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker-dealer and separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo and Company.
Okay, Paul, thank you for covering that topic. For Paul Munico with Wells Fargo, branch in Palos Heights, and myself, Ron Jankowski with Channel 4, we wish you a good day.